what? When I brought up the farcical portion of this, I'm glad that you gentlemen just carried on the way you did, because it puts out there just where we're at on the farcical side of this. But we got to look at how serious these people are, no matter who goes up against Donald Trump. Will the Republicans play the Trump card? Will they build up Donald Trump and put him out there? We know what the president is doing, but I have not heard anything coming from the Republican Party to help this president run in 2020 and knock these people down until they get to the number one person that Donald Trump will face. I have no doubt that he will face up very well against that person and probably literally peel him apart. But the thing is, where is the Republican Party? Will they play the Trump card, gentlemen? And thank you. Take it away.
Okay, first of all, I think what we're going to see with the Republican Party is this. This is Pastor Rick, and then I'm going to just real quick on this. We just had a vote in the Senate on would they support the president if he had to do first strike against Iran. 4 Republicans went against him on this. Now, the Republicans still won the vote on this, right? And the president still won. But there's still a small division within the Republican Party that's going to have to find a way to heal.
I assume one of those was Paul.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, he's going to vote no on
Amash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Senate he was talking about.
Senate, not Amash.
I forgot. Yeah, well,
but,
still
but Paul was
Senate,
one.
Yeah.
So there is a small division still of these people with this Trump derangement syndrome going on, that they just want to hate Trump.
I don't know that Paul's Trump derangement so much. It's just totally honest. Here's what really, talk about this isolationist.
He is the true libertarian. He's not really a Republican. We have to understand
exactly.
that.
Similar to Amash,
right?
And I find libertarians to be a weak ally, an unreliable ally in the fight. And I'm sorry if there are any libertarian, and I'm sure there are. I know some of our callers are libertarians. They're unreliable allies in the fight, trying to keep the Democrats out of office. To me, that's the fight. Keep the Democrats out of office, not to keep the Republicans in office. But I'd like to say about, one of the candidates is Tulsi Gabbard, and to talk about interventionism and restraint from that. Well, Tucker Carlson, he's a staunch libertarian, and he does not want to see us embroiled overseas. So he has Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii, a candidate, on his show, talking about how he agrees with her that on so many issues and we should refrain from overseas interventionism, and yet here she attacks President Trump's
what, the pullback?
What he's doing with Iran, and the pressure he's putting on Iran, and she actually suggests that we go back and follow the Obama plan and give them more money and more, take the sanctions off, and Tucker just sat there. And I can't say that he agreed with her, but his silence on it was definitely.
Well, that's the thing. When you have the libertarians in the party, understand the libertarians are going to agree with you with about half of what you stand for. The other half is going to be the stuff that we disagree with the Democrats on: marijuana, drugs, abortion, issues like that.
Well, to finish out the half hour here, we've got Gary from Hazel Park who wants to talk about school segregation. Gary.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. I think the Democrats can just shut up about segregation and desegregation 50, 60, 70 years ago, because today in the universities, they're segregating the students during orientation. They're segregating them during the dorms. They're separating them by race. And even through graduation, they're separating them. So the liberal colleges are washing out everything that's been done over the last 80 years all by themselves. So they can just cram it, as far as I'm concerned.
He's right.
Of course he is.
The Democrat Party is actually segregating the races within their own party. Mm-hmm. They're playing the race card in every angle they can. They're pitting the Hispanic against the black, against the white, against the red, and they're playing race politics. And they're the ones doing the huge segregation within their own party. Yeah,
well, they're scaring away the black vote with the Hispanic, the illegal immigrant. I won't say Hispanic. I'll say illegal immigrant aspect of their policy.
Well, they found out there's, at this point, more Hispanic voters than there are black voters. They're becoming the new major minority.
And yet the blacks are 36% for Trump now, right?
Right.
So, woohoo!
Well,
that breaks the back of the Democratic Party for this election. Anyhow.
They're not thinking. Yeah, they're not thinking it through, and I'm glad they're not thinking. But they're typical Democrats.
Gary made some great points.
And what they're doing with the women, the real women, the women would have natural born vaginas. They're scaring the hell out of them because they're letting all these men compete against them in sports. So they're alienating them also.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, how can feminists be for transgenderism in sports and in bathrooms and in any other field? Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be promoting women, right? If you're a feminist.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy.
You fight to get all this Title IX, was it Title IX? Title 10, which is it?
Sports money.
The sports money. You're fighting to get all that to boost women's activities and ability and availability to sports programs so that they can progress on their own, and then all of a sudden you let the guys in to trounce them. Right. That makes no sense.
Yeah, you get a male.
I've got one name for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Billie Jean King. Just saying.
Oh, well.
I remember Billie Jean King.
Yes, she played. She was a woman tennis player who went and played against a man and beat his butt.
Well, okay, all right,
absolutely. Yeah. But we're talking about having a guy, power lifter, claim he's female and clean the women's clocks at international competitions.
Pole vaulters.
I'm just saying, if you guys can listen to NPR,
I don't listen to NPR.
And this isn't just casual competition either. These ladies, these girls, are competing for scholarships, which will affect their entire life.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is wrong on all the corners. And if you are a feminist and have been for 20 years and 30 years, and you say women are women and men are men, you're out. They throw you to the dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just kidding about the Billie Jean King thing.
I was trying to remember who she was playing with that one big bet. She had
Riggs, Bobby Riggs.
Yeah, Bobby Riggs. That's right.
The cusser, the guy that's screaming and yelling all the time.
Yeah. No, that's somebody else. That's somebody else.
That was McEnroe.
Yeah.
McEnroe. Yeah. I remember him. He's my hero.
I like Gary.
Yeah. Anything else, Gary?
Oh yeah, so much. But these guys, meaning the Democrats that are running for president. How, and this is a rhetorical question, did we get to the point where these morons are representing America at all? That they should be, just stuck under a rug someplace. But there they are, and people take them seriously. They get up there and say the most outrageous and retarded things, and people respond to them like it's something that needs to be responded to. You dig?
Yeah. I love the New York Post picture on the front page.
Yeah,
with all the candidates with their hands raised up.
Hold it up to the microphone.
Yeah, I'm going to hold. Yeah, see it. I'm holding the picture up to the microphone now, and it says, "Who wants to lose this election?" And you see all the Democratic candidates raising their hands. I think it's perfect.
I'm with Gary because if you were in a coma for 30, 40 years and you woke up today and saw what's going on, you'd think the whole world went crazy.
Yep, and you'd be right. I mean,
I heard the testimony from a 70-year-old man on one of the radio stations, and he said basically that the Democrat Party doesn't want a country. They don't want borders. They don't want citizens. If everybody in the world can come here and vote, this is not a country anymore. We're just a landmass.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, even the UN, is pro the question of citizenship on a census. Even the UN recommends that, and yet the Democrats are opposed to that. That we actually call people citizens. That's so
and federal judges.
Yeah.
Well, that's right now. You have California that's allowing all the illegals come in. If they can have them get on the census, they get more appropriation. They get more congressional representatives. So it only helps them to bring in the illegals to them politically.
Well, I want to bring up the citizenship controversy on the Senate census after the break at the half hour, which I think is on us in about 30 seconds or so. So, Gary, nice call. Anything else in closing? Gary hung up.
Okay. Well,
see, Gary?
It was a good call.
Yeah, and there's the music. And after the break, we're going to get into a few more topics. And I think what we're going to do is shotgun those topics so we get them out of the way and then see what happens. Hey, come on back and call in 734-822-1600. See ya.
People are always on the move, driving to work, running errands. How do they keep up with the latest in political talk? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels may take them. People tune to Wham Radio for the latest issues, discussed by hosts like Steve Gruber, Theron X, and Dana Lash. Call 734-971-1600 today. 1600 AM, 92.7 FM. Wham Radio. We are American made.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. Chances are that during a scheduled visit to the Korean DMZ tomorrow, President Trump may squeeze in a meeting with North Korea's Kim Jong-un.
While the possibility of a Kim meeting will dominate the news cycle, that is not to diminish the importance of the president's meetings here with South Korean leader Moon Jae-in, whose country, by the way, remains a crucial economic and strategic partner for the U.S. in this region.
Fox's Kevin Cork. Democratic presidential hopefuls fanning out across the country. In Chicago, Hawaii Representative Tulsi Gabbard says she'd apply her military experience to the Oval Office.
I'll bring a soldier's heart to the White House, bringing these values of service above self, the principles of respect and honor, integrity and courage to the presidency so that our White House can be the beacon of light that it must be for every single American.
Gabbard, addressing the Rainbow Push Coalition, was deployed twice to the Middle East. This is Fox News.
Our Michigan weather takes a heavy toll on roofing and siding. Call New Roof today at 734-665-5555 for a free home inspection on-the-spot written estimate to replace any exterior wear and tear. New Roof specializes in residential and commercial roofing, siding, gutters, chimney repair, and carpentry. New Roof has been a licensed general contractor in Michigan for over 35 years. Mention WAAM for $500 off any complete roofing and siding project. Call 734-665-5555 or visit newroof.com.
Bourbon on the Rocks, Bourbon on the Rocks, Bourbon on the Rocks.
Hey kids, it's your good friend Duke here, host of Bourbon on the Rocks, heard right here on Wham Radio Sunday mornings. What better way to start off your morning than listening to a show called Bourbon, or maybe if you're just tripping home after a late night out.
Bourbon on the Rocks, Sunday mornings at 5 on Wham Talk 1600 AM and 92.7 FM.
Your bridge to recovery and wellness is WellBridge. WellBridge is redefining the rehabilitation and nursing care experience with the most amazing care facilities you've ever seen. All WellBridge locations offer a resort-like atmosphere, and their driving goal is to provide each guest with an epic experience. Here's former patient Evelyn Danielson from Brighton.
It was excellent. It wasn't only just the physical part of it, doing your exercises with them. It was the RNs, even down to the kitchen people that came in and said, "What can we fix you? What do you like? We'll try to do it for you." And everything with a smile. I couldn't get over. I would heartily recommend WellBridge.
For rehabilitation and nursing care, ask for something epic. Ask for WellBridge. In Brighton, Fenton, Novi, and Pinckney. Now looking for talented nurses and certified nurse assistants to join their growing team, WellBridge invites everyone to learn more about them at thewellbridgegroup.com. WellBridge, your bridge to recovery and wellness starts here.
Summertime, when the weather is high, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather's
Hey there, sorry to interrupt that really cool and groovy tune, but welcome back to the Drift Radio Show. Your host, Ed BOnderenka. Gary's off on assignment right now, in the closet, locked up. And with
on
me
the boat.
On the boat, yes. And in the studio with me is Alex Wassell. Always good to have Alex here. And
thank you.
Pastor Rick is here. It's always good to have Pastor Rick here. And we got a couple callers on the line, but we have some announcements to make first. Once I want to talk about cool and groovy music, folks. I want to talk to you for a minute about something that is happening that is free. Free. Now, this is not the Democratic debate, okay? This is free. It really is free. No tax dollars involved. Free food, free music. Free place to sit down for a while and listen to really good music. It's the Depot Town Big Band on July 13th between 7 and 9 p.m. at, write this down, 613 Martin Place, Ypsilanti. Okay? Now, it's my church.